Hello there. How are you doing tonight? It is Wednesday night. It is February the 15th of 2023. 2023. I tell you what, each year is just flying by. As they say, time waits for nobody and it certainly does not wait for me. And I tell you what, we are really excited about this announcement that came out earlier today from the Criterion Collection. I was looking at my Twitter feed, and lo and behold, right around lunchtime, Criterion announced their May 2023 titles. So, usually around the middle of each month, around the 15th of the month, maybe sometimes the 16th or the 17th, the Criterion Collection typically comes out and announces their titles that they're going to release 3 months from that time. So, we're here in the month of February, so they're coming out today telling us the titles are going to release this coming May. And I have to tell you, pretty excited about this month's slate. In particular, for one particular title that I think a lot of people are going to be very excited about. So, want to come on here and just share my thoughts on these titles, but also to hear from you. What do you think about this month's slate? Hope you all had a great Valentine's Day. Hope that your February is going well. Hope you've had a good week so far. And hope that your 2023 is going well and that you're getting everything done that you want to get done and that things are going the way you want them to. So let's talk about this month's announcement of the May 2023 titles from Criterion. What is in store for us? So Criterion announced 5 titles. They're going to release 5 titles in the month of May. May is a pretty big month. We've got 5 Blu-ray release Tuesdays in the month of May. So it's a pretty packed month. I haven't checked what else is going to be released in terms of other studio labels. So I'm really looking forward to hearing and sort of doing some research on that to see what else is coming out. But this is definitely a pretty nice month for Criterion. We got 5 titles coming out, one for each Tuesday of the month. And so it's a pretty nice slate. We got 3 new 4K Ultra HD releases. So every month, I'm really looking to see, hey, are we going to get some more 4K titles? Big green check, big green check. Got 3 new 4K releases in the month of May coming out. Similar to last month, we had 3 new 4K titles coming out last month as well. So I think Criterion is really cranking up the engine on releasing these 4K releases. So very excited about that. 2 of these 4Ks are upgrades of previous Blu-rays released by the Criterion Collection. So these are upgrades of existing spine numbers out on Blu-ray currently from Criterion. And one is a brand new title in the collection that I think people are going to be really excited about. We have representation from 4 countries. We have a release from Germany, a release from Japan, 2 from the United States, and 1 from France, our friends over in France. And we have a new director, a new filmmaker entering in the collection. Of course, that filmmaker is none other than the great Ridley Scott, who has done so many amazing films throughout the decades. But none of his films have ever been released by the Criterion Collection. That is about to change this coming May, and we're very excited about that. We're also getting another Neon title in the collection, so very excited about that. So yeah, let me get into this slate for this upcoming May in just a moment. But before I do, I want to check out the comments that are out there. We've got a dozen or so people who are out here so far. So let's see, who do we have here? Adrian is there. Hello, Adrian. Hope you're doing well. Internet user says hello. Hello to you as well. I'm enjoying a nice little cup of peppermint herbal tea here from Bigelow. It's nice to have a nice cup of herbal tea there. Jurdo, what's up? What's up? I'm doing great, man. Hope you're doing well. Saying hello to everyone. That's me saying hello to everybody. Hello, Mama Blu-ray. How are you doing? Love Thelma and Louise. Yes, I'm excited about that one. I've heard great things about that film. I have never seen it. It will be a first-time watch for me. And what better way to watch this for the first time than a brand new Criterion 4K? So I'm really excited about that. Greeting from Hong Kong. It's 8 a.m. there. Wow. So it is already tomorrow. It is February 16th where you are. And I really want to visit Hong Kong one of these days. Amos, hope you're doing well. Good evening. Hello, Island 007-100. Great selection for May. Yeah, I agree. I'm very very excited about the May slate from Criterion and really looking forward to these titles. Mika, how are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Hope you and Kira are doing great. What's up, Mika? Saying hello to Mika. So excited to see Thelma and Louise. Yeah, I am too. I'm looking forward to it. And we'll get into the special features, but that release looks like it is going to be one of the best releases of the year so far from Criterion. Based on what I've seen, it looks double thumbs up. I have high hopes for that release. I'm very excited about it. Mika saying hello to Jordo. Mama Blu-ray saying hey to Mika. People saying hello to each other. Greetings. Chris. Yes, my friend from Edmonton, Ontario. I mean, Edmonton, Canada, not Ontario. That's Toronto's in Ontario. Edmonton is, I think, on the western side of Canada, I believe. So how are you doing, Chris? Greetings to you. I believe Blade Runner had a Criterion release in the... Oh, really? Okay. I am not aware of that. I'll have to check on that. Okay. Blade Runner. You know, I love a nice cup of tea. Yes, I do too. I do too, Mika. You know, I got this peppermint, this Bigelow, nice spot of Bigelow peppermint tea going here. See, I'm running my 6 miles on the treadmill while we chat tonight. Great distraction from the sweating. All right, Jordo. That's about 6 more miles than I ran today. So, so congratulations. You know, I've got to get back into my walking routine through our neighborhood. We have, from my doorstep to the entrance to one of the entrances of our subdivision is 2 miles. So if I walk from my door to the entrance of our subdivision, or one of the entrances, is 2 miles, and back is 4 miles. And there's hills. You know, here in Georgia, we have a lot of hills, and so I need to get back into that routine. Hello, I'm excited for Branded to Kill and Target Samos. Yes, very exciting titles. I'm really excited about pretty much everything that's been released. Mika saying hello back to Mama Blu-ray. Thelma and Louise is a great film, James. Yes, that's what I've heard. I'm looking forward to it. I am really excited to check that film out. Wave. Great releases in May. Good news today. I agree. Everybody wave to wave. Can't wait to get Petite, Maman. Portrait of a Lady on Fire is in my top 10 of all time. Yeah, I've heard great things about Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I have passed on it in the last couple of sales. I don't think I'm going to pass on it this year. I'm going to plan to pick that title up. We'll probably do a double feature of that and Petite Maman this year. So let me know if y'all will be interested in that. Chris says Edmonton is situated in the province of Alberta, population 4.3 million. Okay, awesome. And Alberta is on the western side of Canada, I believe. I got to get my geography straight. Jordo, I have to get my treadmill out and get back on track. Yeah, I have a treadmill down in the basement that needs to get some more work on it. I need to get more use out of it. But you know, it's funny. I run the Peachtree. I do the Peachtree Road Race every year here in Atlanta. And several years ago, we actually won that treadmill. It's like a gym rated level treadmill that we won. We just got to use it more often. But anyway, yes, Blade Runner did have a Criterion Laserdisc release. It was the international cut, which is essentially an uncensored theatrical cut. Yeah, I like the current 4K package I have for Blade Runner because it has like 3 or 4 of the different cuts, and it's just a fantastic release, and it looks great on 4K. You got this, Mika. All right. I'm very stoked for May, except for Petite Maman. The supplements are lacking for the price point, but might snag it on a sale. Yeah, that's definitely a sale. Is really a great time to snag these Criterions. Adrian saying hello to everyone. What's up, Dell? Dell on Movies. You doing okay, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I will say films like Branded to Kill and Targets are just a few films as to why I have a hard time deciding whether the 60s or 70s is my favorite decade in film. Yeah, for me, the 70s is such a special decade. What's up, Dell? Jordo saying hello to Dell. People saying hello to Dell. Adrian is. Mika. Everybody getting in on the love for Mr. Dell. So anyway, hey, let's not stand on ceremony here. Let's jump right into these titles. Let's see what Criterion has in store for us. Of course, I'm sure you all already know. This is not a surprise to any of you. This is the title. This is the screen we'd like to see. May titles announced. Let's jump right into it. Pre-order now. Let's go. Of course, this here is a scene from Triangle of Sadness, which is coming out in April on 4K. It's one of the April 4K releases that's going to be coming out here. Here, Triangle of Sadness. That's a title I have not seen yet, but maybe checking out. Dazed and Confused is coming out next week from the Criterion Collection on 4K Ultra HD. I do plan on doing a review of this title and seeing how it compares to this Blu-ray copy that I have of Dazed and Confused, a film from Richard Linklater. This is from 1993, and this edition, I believe, came out in 2011, this Blu-ray Digipack. So we're getting a new 4K of that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how much of an upgrade it's going to be over my current Blu-ray copy. So I will give a review of that on this channel. 2 films by Marguerite Duras is coming out at the end of February, as well as Hollywood Shuffle. So I'm leaning toward getting Hollywood Shuffle. I am anticipating and be on the lookout for a potential 24-hour flash sale on the Criterion site. Typically, they have done 24-hour flash sales in the February to March timeframe. No guarantee that we'll get one, but just be on the lookout for a potential sale coming up, a 24-hour flash sale where they sell titles at 50% off for a 24-hour period from noon one day to noon the following day. So if that happens, I will certainly put an announcement out. I'm out on this channel, and that'll be a great time to pick up some of these titles that you haven't picked up yet. I'll probably plan to pick up Hollywood Shuffle in such sale, perhaps Mildred Pierce on 4K. We also get Last Hurrah for Chivalry by John Woo, and David Lynch's Inland Empire. That a lot of people are excited about this title coming out on Blu-ray from David Lynch. Chilly Scenes of Winter is coming out in the month of March, at the end of March. April, we're going to have The Fisher King on 4K, Seventh Seal on 4K. We're getting Small Axe here, this collector set. We're getting Triangle of Sadness on 4K. So, so far for, 2023, it's been a pretty good year, been pretty solid so far, but I think things are about to really start to heat up in Criterion releases, starting with this fantastic slate of releases for May. So where does May start off? We have a title coming out on May the 2nd, on Tuesday, May 2nd, and is from famous German director Wim Wenders, and it is Wings of Desire. So this is a film from 1987, comes in at 127 minutes. This title is currently in the Criterion Collection at spine number 490. And I happen to have this title on Blu-ray. This is the Blu-ray of Wings of Desire, and this came out, I believe, in 2009. I think in November or December of 2009. So this Blu-ray has been out for a good while. It's been out for a minute. And what we are getting in this release in May, that's very exciting, especially for people who don't already own this release, is we're getting a new 4K Ultra HD edition. 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo. It's coming on 2 discs. And you also have a Blu-ray option and a DVD option, which is a 2-disc option. The Blu-ray option is 1 disc, but the show stopper here is going to be this 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo pack that's currently listed at $39.96 on the Criterion site. Now, Wings of Desire is a title. I'm almost embarrassed to say this. I've had this in my collection for a number of years. Have not yet seen it yet. So this is one of those titles in my famous backlog. So I'm trying to work through my backlog. This is one of those titles I need to finally see. But as you can see here, there's a nice staple booklet in here. It's a very nice edition based on the appearance here of the contents, but I haven't watched this one yet, and I like Wim Wenders, but I have not watched Wings of Desire. But I'm looking forward to hearing reviews of this new 4K Ultra HD offering. So it's one of cinema's loveliest city symphonies. You got Bruno Ganz. He plays Daniel. He's an angel perched atop buildings high over Berlin, who can hear the thoughts, fears, hopes, and dreams of all the people living below. But when he falls in love with a beautiful trapeze artist, he is willing to give up his immortality and come back to Earth to be with her. So it's an interesting story about an angel who falls in love, and, story from Wim Wenders. So I have not seen it yet. So let me know what y'all think of this film, but it's coming out on 4K Ultra HD. And as you look down here, you see it's a 4K restoration supervised by director Wim Wenders. We're getting a 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack. You're getting a 4K Ultra HD disc of the film and one Blu-ray with the film and special features. Now, the thing to note here as you read all of these features that are listed here, including the audio commentary, the Angels Among Us documentary, the episode of Cinema Cinemas from 1987, so forth and so on, all of these special features that you see listed here for this 4K Ultra HD edition are on the existing Blu-ray edition. So there's apparently, based on what we're seeing here, there's no new supplements for this 4K Ultra HD release. And that's similar to what Criterion has done for other 4K upgrades is, you're getting a new 4K disc, oftentimes with HDR, Dolby Vision, but you're keeping the same special features. There's no new special features added in these 4K Ultra HD releases. And Wings of Desire is following that model based on what we're seeing here on the Criterion site. I don't see any new special features beyond what is already on this Blu-ray edition. So, as my dog is barking, so if you already have this Blu-ray, which I do, it's one of those decision points you have to make as to whether or not is it worth making that upgrade to 4K. If you already have this Blu-ray, there's no new supplements, so it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same, release, except you're getting a 4K disc. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that it is a 4K restoration, so it's a new 4K restoration that you're getting. And so I'm expecting the picture quality to be a notable upgrade over this Blu-ray release, just based on the fact that this is a Blu-ray release from 2009. There's every expectation to think that if we're getting a new 4K restoration on a 4K disc, that should be a nice upgrade over this Blu-ray. But, we shall see. I'm looking forward to hearing reviews on that. But again, I need to also see the film. So for me, this is probably going to be a hold. It'll be a while before I upgrade to 4K. I need to actually watch this movie first on my Blu-ray first. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what you all think about this film. And, are you excited about getting Wings of Desire on 4K Ultra HD? So that's coming out on May the 2nd. And let's take a quick look at this trailer here and just see what this is about here.
Manchmal wird mir meine ewige Geistesexistenz zu viel. Ich möchte dann nicht mehr so ewig drüber schweben. Ich möchte ein Gewicht an mir spüren. Ich werde staunen können.
So yeah, I'm going to kind of skip around there. I want to avoid copyright. So that sort of gives you a taste of what is in store for us in Wings of Desire. So definitely check it out on the Criterion site. So that's coming out on May the 2nd. The following week, we're getting another interesting title. This is also on 4K Ultra HD, and it is an upgrade over an existing Blu-ray title in the collection. And this is from Seishun Suzuki, and it is Branded to Kill. This is an early spine number in the collection, spine number 38 in the Criterion Collection. It's from Japan. It's from 1967. And this is a title that I have in my collection as well. I have seen this film. This film came out, several years ago, and it's actually came out on Blu-ray from Criterion back in 2011. So December of 2011, I believe. And it is a really fascinating film. It's got a beautiful, cinematography, very interesting black and white photography and visual style that this film features that I really enjoyed. It's a very stylish type film. And it's basically says here, when Japanese new wave bad boy Seishun Suzuki delivered this brutal, hilarious, and visually inspired masterpiece to the executives at his studio, he was promptly fired. Branded to Kill tells the ecstatically bent story of a Yakuza assassin with a fetish for sniffing steamed rice. So he's sniffing steamed rice. The chipmunk-cheeked superstar Joe Shishido, who botches a job and ends up a target himself. This is Suzuki at his most extreme, the flabbergasting pinnacle of his 60s pop art aesthetic. So this is definitely an interesting film. It's kind of bizarre in terms of the way that it's presented, but I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this looks on 4K Ultra HD. Now, this is another case where if you already have this Blu-ray, one thing you'll note is these special features are the same special features that are on this current Blu-ray of Branded to Kill. So there's no new special features offered in this upcoming 4K release. You are getting a new 4K digital restoration, so that is an upgrade, and it's going to be on a 4K Ultra HD disc. So when you look at what is offered here, you have a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo, 2 discs. You have a Blu-ray, 1 disc, and DVD. So you're getting the 4K option, the Blu-ray option, and the DVD option, upcoming here in May. Of course, the 4K is the highlight, getting a 4K edition of this film. If you don't already own this title, this is definitely a strong recommendation. If you do own this title, this is one of those where you got to make a decision. Is the upgrade to 4K worth it if there's no new special features? So that's something to consider. But this is Seijun Suzuki's Branded to Kill. You look on the inside, check out the way this booklet looks. So, you could probably expect to get a similar booklet in this upcoming 4K release if you do not already own this title. But yeah, this is a really interesting film. It's from 1967. I've seen it before. I think this is the only title in the March slate that I've seen. So this is really a good one. If you don't already own this Criterion, this is one to definitely consider picking up in probably the July Barnes & Noble sale. So definitely keep an eye on Branded to Kill if this type of a title interests you. So, okay, that's my dog Shiloh there barking and making his presence known. I'm going to stop sharing here for a second and go back into the comments here and see what you all have to say. Hi, Mika, CR. Okay, and I've heard great things about Triangle of Sadness. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it has Woody Harrelson in it. Other than that, I don't know much about it, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. So let's see here. Oh, definitely on point regarding the 70s. Artists had the most freedom. Yeah, I really do. I like the aesthetic of the 70s. I love 70s films in general. Mika saying hi to Adrian. R.I.P. Raquel Welch. Yes, Raquel. I saw that I think I saw the announcement on Facebook or Twitter earlier today about Raquel Welch, longtime actress. I think she was 82. So prayers for her family. Yes, I heard the news, Adrian. Yes, hello, Matthew. Hope you're doing well. People saying hello to Matthew. Haven't seen Wings of Desire. I have not either. I need to check out my copy of it that I have right here. And again, for me, in terms of, hey, am I going to pick up these 2 4K titles? For me, Wings of Desire, probably not. I'm going to wait. I'm going to, watch this Blu-ray copy I have first. As far as this one, I'm going to actually consider getting the 4K of this, but I'm going to wait to hear some reviews to see if it's a notable upgrade. I'm expecting it to be a notable upgrade over what we have here. Now, the thing that I forgot to mention is it appears that we're not getting Dolby Vision HDR for either of these 4K releases. So keep an eye on the Criterion site for the latest information, but based on what I'm reading right now, there does not appear to be a HDR option, or not option, but there's no HDR on these 4K discs based on what we can read right now on the site. Whether or not that will change, who knows? But based on what's on the site right now, there does not appear to be HDR on those 2 4K releases. So let's see here. I'm going to snag Wings of Desire since I've been wanting it for years and kept putting it off. Never seen it either. Okay. Super duper. Dell has not seen Wings of Desire either. Okay. Haven't seen Wings of Desire, but Winders Paris is one of my favorite Criterions. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's my son there. Wearing his Georgia Bulldog shirt there, Victory Lane. See, I wonder how this edition of Wings of Desire will compare to the Curzon release. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be a good edition. It should be. I've heard nothing but good things about Wings of Desire, though, so I know it's great. Never saw the Nicolas Cage City of Angels remake. That's right. Nicolas Cage's film is a remake of Wings of Desire. That's right. Sure is. I saw screenshots of the 4K release in Europe, and it's a pretty big upgrade. Yeah, over the Blu-ray. Yeah, and I'm not surprised by that. I would expect the 4Ks for both of these titles to be upgrades over the current Blu-rays. That would be my expectation, just given the fact that you're talking about two Blu-rays from over a dozen years ago, 2011, 2009. Since then, you've got new 4K digital restorations that's now being put on these 4K discs. So there's every reason to believe that you should expect an upgrade. So fingers crossed, we shall see. The two vendors films I've watched are Paris, Texas, and Tokyo Ga. Yeah, I've seen Paris, Texas, which I love, and I've seen An American Friend. So those are excellent ones. I haven't seen Wings of Desire in a long while, but I remember digging it. Cool. Capsaholic website has some good comparisons. I use the site for a lot of releases before I think about buying something. Okay, I've not heard of that one. Okay, cool. Dell says, haven't seen Branded to Kill, but that sounds like my kind of bonkers. Yeah, it is visually a really interesting film. I really like Branded to Kill. I wonder if Tokyo Drifter will also get a 4K upgrade. Now, for Tokyo Drifter, I would love to hear that one getting a 4K upgrade because I've never picked it up. And I'm going to hold off on picking it up because who knows? It may be, it may get announced and I'll pick it up for the first time on 4K. Yeah, I've always wanted to see BTK as well. These are 4K upgrades I'll absolutely take part in since I've never seen the films, nor do I own either of them. Okay. Oh, Branded to Kill is how beautiful the black and white cinematography is. Yes, it is a beautiful black and white film. Branded to Kill is a beautiful black and white film. So Arrow, will it release it on UHD in the UK, considering they released a Blu-ray in 2014, I think? Oh, who knows? Who knows? Chris recently purchased Wim Wenders' Road trilogy from the 70s, and I'm looking forward to viewing the 3 titles. Cool. Awesome. I also have that and need to finish watching those films. And I also wish Suzuki's other films got upgrades. Seeing so many are stuck on DVD, I'd adore Youth of the Beast to get an upgrade. Okay, cool. So a lot of love for Wim Wenders, a lot of love for Suzuki. Awesome. So we've seen 2 of the releases so far. Let's jump back on the Criterion site and let's check out what else is coming out in the month of May. Some exciting stuff. It just gets even more exciting. Let's go. Wings of Desire, Branded to Kill. Yes, sir. For those who have not picked up these titles, no brainers. Get them on 4K. The next title is a title that I find really fascinating, and it is called Targets. It is from Peter Bogdanovich. Now, Peter Bogdanovich is no stranger to the Criterion Collection. Of course, he is featured as one of the directors in this wonderful box set, America Lost and Found, the BBS box set, which, of course, now I'll show y'all real quick our dog here. This is Shiloh. He's our black German Shepherd puppy. So say hello to Shiloh, everybody. Y'all like him? Is he beautiful? Yeah, he's beautiful. He's about 11 weeks old, and he's a good boy. He's a really, really good boy. So yeah, got to get the training down and everything with him, but really enjoying him so far. But yeah, Peter Bogdanovich is one of the directors in this America Lost and Found BBS story box set. And he directed The Last Picture Show, which is on Blu-ray as part of that set. And of course, The Last Picture Show also recently got a 4K Ultra HD release as part of the Columbia Classics Volume 3 set. So, Last Picture Show is getting a lot of love. In this case, Peter Bogdanovich is coming back in the collection with this film from 1969. Is it? Yeah, 68. Excuse me. called Targets. And this one features Boris Karloff, sort of playing himself, so to speak. And it's old Hollywood collides with new Hollywood and screen horror with real life horror in the startling debut feature from Peter Bogdanovich. So this is actually before The Last Picture Show, which came out in 1971. This is Targets from 1968. So it's produced by Roger Corman, and it casts Boris Karloff as a version of himself, an aging horror movie icon whose fate intersects with that of a seemingly ordinary young man, played by Tim O'Kelly, on a psychotic shooting spree around Los Angeles. So sounds fascinating, sounds interesting. And this is coming out on Blu-ray, one disc, or DVD as an option. It's coming out May the 16th. And it looks really interesting. It's a new spine number in the collection, 1179. And this is a title that I'm probably going to pick up in the July Barnes & Noble sale. This is definitely a title that I just find fascinating just based on the premise, and just want to hear if any of you have seen this, and if so, what do you think about it? And are you interested in this one? If you look at the special features, it has a new 2K digital restoration that was supervised by Peter Bogdanovich, who I believe he recently passed, I think last year in 2022, I think. I'll double check that. There's an audio commentary on here from 2003 featuring Bogdanovich. You have a new interview with Richard Linklater, okay, which is really interesting. A new interview from Richard Linklater. Should be very interesting. You have an introduction from Bogdanovich, and you have a couple of other features on here. And then an essay, of course, from a critic, Adam Naiman. So this looks really interesting. It's, United States, 1968, coming in at 90 minutes. It's in color. And this is a title that I'm going to probably check out. Let's check out this trailer real quickly.
Oh, Sammy, what's the use? Mr. Boogeyman, King of Blood, they used to call me. Marx Brothers make you laugh. Garbo makes you weep. Orlock makes you scream. And once I thought I'd be an actor. Oh, it's not that the films are bad. I've got bad. I couldn't even play a straight part decently anymore. I've been doing the other thing too long.
Of course you could.
And even that isn't the point. You know what they call my films today? Camp. High camp. Wait a minute, I want to show you something. My kind of horror isn't horror anymore. There you are. Look at that. No one's afraid of a painted monster.
The only thing you've said that's right is about this. Which is why you ought to do my movie. Oh, you don't play some phony Victorian heavy. You play a human being, and you could play the hell out of it. If I were your age, I'd play it myself. I'm going to go offer it to Vincent Price.
Okay. Interesting. So, hey, it's a new discovery, a new film from Peter Bogdanovich that I have not seen. So, hey, I'm going to probably check that one out, starring Boris Karloff. So that's coming out on May the 16th. Now, coming up on May the 23rd, we are getting this title here, Petite Maman. This is from director Celine Sciamma. And of course, Celine Sciamma is no stranger to the collection. She has another notable title in the collection called Portrait of a Lady on Fire. This is a title I have not picked up yet, but will be picking up probably in an upcoming sale, probably in the July Barnes & Noble sale. I will probably pick up both Portrait of a Lady on Fire and Petite Maman and sort of do a double feature of both of these films. And we'll probably do a review of Petite Maman on this channel. So let me know if you are interested in that in the comments section. So we're going to get this on Blu-ray, one disc, coming out on May 23rd, as well as a DVD offering on one disc. So this is Celine's follow-up to A Portrait of a Lady on Fire. It transcends time and space to weave a delicately emotional fable about grief, family, and connection across generations. So in the wake of her grandmother's death, 8-year-old Nellie accompanies her distraught mother to her childhood home. There, Nellie's encounter with another young girl brings mother and daughter together in a way neither could have ever imagined, evoking childhood's perpetual state of wonder through luminous, richly textured images, Petite Maman takes viewers on a journey inward for a quietly miraculous tale of emotional time travel. Okay, sounds fascinating. We're getting a 4K digital master here, 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack, a new conversation between the director and filmmaker Joachim Trier. So Joachim Trier did, I believe he did The Worst Person in the World, right? That's Joachim Trier, right? Who did that title. And then you get a trailer. So there's not much in the way of special features. You really just get a new conversation, you get trailers. So it's not really offering much in the way of supplements. So this is one that is definitely only pick up on a sale, at least for me. So I'll plan to pick this up in the upcoming July Barnes and Noble sale probably. It's coming in at spine number 1181, 73 minutes. So it's not going to hold you long. It's coming from France, 2021. So relatively new film. And with this 4K digital master, given that it was shot just a couple of years ago or a year or so ago, should look like it should look very nice on this Blu-ray disc. Let's take a quick look at this trailer. This is a neon film.
C'est quoi?
C'est mes trucs d'enfant. Elle avait tout gardé.
Maman, tu la faisais où ta cabane?
Dans les bois, juste derrière.
J'ai dormi dans le salon avec maman. Elle est triste.
Elle a préféré partir ce matin.
Tu viens m'aider? J'ai retrouvé l'endroit de la cabane de maman. T'avais jamais vu avant?
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks interesting. It looks like a, pretty interesting, family type drama. So it's one that I'm open to checking out. But again, I'll plan to pick this one up on a sale. This is another neon film that is coming out. We had another neon release that came out that's going to be coming out in the month of April. And I'm trying to remember which one it is. Is that Triangle of Sadness? I think that's Triangle of Sadness. I will actually double check that. Let me just do a quick Google search. Neon on Criterion. My curiosity is piqued here. Yeah, Triangle of Sadness is one of those films, and Petite Maman, as well as Saint Omer, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. So those are titles that we should expect pretty soon. But so far, we are getting Triangle of Sadness in April, and we're getting Petite Maman in May. So that is very, very exciting news. So let me go to this last title. Let's talk about the one that people are probably really, really super excited about. And that is Thelma and Louise. Then we'll go back and go into your comments and see what you have to say. And we'll take it from there. So Thelma and Louise will wrap up what is a very strong looking May. This title is coming out May the 30th from the Criterion Collection, and it's coming out on 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray. So the 4K Ultra HD, it's got to be 3 discs. It's a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo pack with 3 discs. So I suspect you'll get the single 4K Ultra HD disc and 2 Blu-ray discs. And you have a Blu-ray edition that's going to have 2 Blu-ray discs. So no DVD option available here. And this is a new spine number, 1180 in the Criterion Collection. It's a film from 1991, and it comes in at 129 minutes. And this film was directed by none other than Mr. Ridley Scott, Sir Ridley Scott, who this is his first title in the Criterion Collection. Of course, Ridley Scott is a fantastic director. I did a Taste of Director series entry for this director sometime last year. So definitely check out my Taste of Directors series, my Director Spotlight entry for Ridley Scott. What an amazing filmmaker. It's an endless list of films that he has done that just are mind-blowing. Blade Runner, Alien, The Martian, so many amazing films. I'm looking forward to seeing this one, Thelma and Louise, starring Susan Sarandon, Gina Davis, in this Ridley Scott film from 1991. Look at the cover. This cover just looks rad. I love this beautiful cover. This might be the cover of the year so far from the Criterion Collection. And this release to me has the makings of being one of the best, if not the best release of the year so far when it comes out in May. So I have not seen this film, but it's two women, a turquoise Thunderbird, the ride of a lifetime with this pop culture landmark screenwriter Callie Curry and action auteur Ridley Scott rewrote the rules of the road movie, telling the story of two best friends who find themselves transformed into accidental fugitives during a weekend getaway gone wrong, leading them on a high-speed Southwest odyssey as they elude police and discover freedom on their own terms. Propelled by irresistible performances from Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis, plus Brad Pitt in a sexy star-making turn, and nominated for 6 Academy Awards, winning 1 for Curry for the screenplay, I presume. The exhilarating, cathartic Thelma and Louise stands as cinema's ultimate ode to ride or die female friendship. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this title. I perused the special features, and as you can see here, this appears to be a pretty rich addition. First of all, we're getting a new 4K digital restoration of the film, supervised by Ridley Scott. We're getting a 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack. So a nice, beautiful 4K digital restoration. Love to hear that. We're getting a 4K Ultra HD disc of the film. This time we're getting Dolby Vision HDR. So love to see that, and 2 Blu-rays with the film and special features. 2 audio commentaries, very nice, featuring Scott, screenwriter Callie Curry, and actors Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon. We get new interviews with Scott and Curry. Awesome. Get a documentary here, Boy and Bicycle, Ridley Scott's first short film. So we're getting storyboards, a music video for Glenn Frey's Part of Me, Part of You from the film soundtrack. So yeah, I mean, I think some of these features are probably from the Blu-ray release that I think came out in 2011, which I think was the 30th anniversary of the film, or am I getting mixed up? 20th? No, the 20th anniversary of the film in 2011 when that came out. And I think that is the most recent physical media release for Thelma and Louise. So given that this is a new 4K digital restoration, they're putting Dolby Vision HDR on here. I am expecting this 4K Ultra HD package to be a phenomenal package from the Criterion Collection. That's going to be one of the tentpole releases from the collection so far in 2023. So I'm very excited about this release. I've heard great things about this film, and I am really looking forward to Thelma and Louise from the Criterion Collection. This is a title that's coming out May the 30th. So it's coming out about a month before the July Barnes & Noble sale. You know what? I ain't waiting for the July Barnes & Noble sale. I'm picking this up when it comes out on May the 30th. And I'm going to do a review on this channel. One of the first videos of June 2023 this year on this channel will be my review of Thelma and Louise from Criterion on 4K Ultra HD. So I cannot wait to get this title in my hands and share my thoughts with you on this title. Again, it's offered in 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray, and looks to be a phenomenal release. Let's take a quick look at this trailer here.
Thelma, get your foot down. Now look who's here. Oh, shit! Jimmy! Hi, stranger. What in the world are you doing here?
Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies.
Good answer. Same goes double for me.
Who's the cowboy?
Oh, this here, this is JD. He's a student. We're just giving him a ride to here, and then Louis said that he would have to go, so he's gone. I guess that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I reckon that's what I'm doing.
He's gone.
Good trip.
Thank you.
Trust me.
Yep, that's him going. I love watching him go. Kind of took to him.
Yeah, well, I got you a room there, Thelma. Go on in and take yourself a nice cold shower.
Well, you know me, Jimmy. I'm just a wild woman.
Yeah, so that's a little taste of Thelma and Louise. I think a lot of people are really going to be excited about this title, and this is going to be one of the tentpole releases from Criterion for the year so far. So I'm very excited about it. So let's jump into some of these some of these comments here. Ooh, I got to get caught up. Oh my goodness. I am so behind on these comments. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, I am there. Hold on. Beautiful pup. Thank you, Jordo. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Shiloh, yes, yes, he's a good boy. I mean, I really feel like we're gonna, have a good time training him and getting him ready for the world. He's about 11 weeks old, and so I think we're gonna have a good, like simpatico relationship with Shiloh. So that's cute. Let's see here. Uh, the cover art for Targets is a great example of how Criterion is able to rope me into doing so many blind buys. Yeah, I tell you what, that is one of the intriguing titles for me. As I run down the titles that really stand out for me that I'm planning to pick up either day one or the July Barnes and Noble sale, definitely, of course, at the top of my list is Thelma and Louise on 4K. That's a no-brainer. I'm picking that up when it comes out and doing a review on this channel. So Thelma and Louise on 4K for sure. Targets, definitely for me. Petite Maman, likely going to pick that one up in the July Barnes and Noble sale. As far as Branded to Kill on 4K and Wings of Desire on 4K, probably going to hold off on those at least for a while since I already have those on Blu-ray. So I remember so many hyping the film up when BFI was to release a film before they had to call it off. And I'm genuinely happy to see a good addition. Yeah, awesome. Paper Moon, okay, from Bogdanovich. Okay, thank you. Paper Moon, getting some love. Okay. Critic Adam Neyman did the essay for this release. Good to know. Okay. Frisky, Mr. James, been a while. How the heck are you? I'm doing well, Frisky. Hope you are doing well as well. KB, hey KB, hey, was about to throw on my Thelma and Louise tee and join you. Happy for this Ridley Scott film joining the collection as well as Petite Maman. Yes, me too. Congrats to your Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes for doing their thing on Sunday night. I tell you what, that at the end of that first half, when we saw Patrick Mahomes struggling, with that injury, it didn't look good, but he showed some true grit in leading his team to victory in Super Bowl 57. And Rihanna rocked that halftime show as well. So I thought she did pretty good. Of course, thought that was pretty good. George Jordo saying hello to KB. Sup, Jay Rick. Haven't seen Petite Maman, but Portrait of a Lady on Fire was very interesting. Yeah, I have heard nothing but good things about Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I'm definitely planning to check it out probably in July. So, okay, so you prefer Petite Maman over Portrait. Okay, cool. KB, says Dell. I know I'm in the minority here, but Portrait didn't do much for me, but I am very interested in watching Petite Maman. Okay, I am too. Brother Dell, AKB. People saying hello to each other. People just sharing the love, saying hello to one another. I may check this one out, says Basement Blues. Hello, Tony. I liked Worst Person in the World. Worst Person in the World was one of the best releases from last year for sure. So good. I love that film. And 2022 was such a strong year for Criterion that as much as I love The Worst Person in the World, it didn't even make my top 10 or honorable mentions. That just tells you how strong 2022 was, that a great release like The Worst Person in the World. So anyway, so Amos has watched Petite Maman in cinema. It's not in my last year's top 10, but it's a heartwarming film. Cool. Tony saying hello to Dell. What's up, Tony? Tony getting a lot of love. Jordo's Village. Hi. I will plan to check out Targets. Yeah, me too. Mika saying hey to Tony. Tony saying hello to Mika. Very excited for the release of All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Yeah, so we're going to get, I believe, 3 more of those neon films, probably in 2023, presumably. We may hear of another one for the June titles and maybe another one for July. It seems like they're, rolling these out. So very much looking forward to seeing more of these come out. Tony loves Thelma and Louise. I first saw it in the theater. It was released. Yeah, that's a title I've heard about for years. I've just never seen it. I've already been kind of spoiled on the ending, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing it. I can't believe I found out about Thelma and Louise because of Wayne's World 2's joke endings. Okay. Hey, Tony, same here. Really love that image. Yeah, I love the cover of Thelma and Louise. That's some of the best art so far from Criterion this year. Dell's a big fan of that movie, big fan of Gina Davis. Yeah, the cast looks amazing on that. I mean, you got Gina Davis, Susan Sarandon, you got Brad Pitt in there in an early role. James, this is a must-see. I get it. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing the love for Thelma and Louise. I've heard great things about Petite Maman. Okay. Thelma and Louise is the greatest hit of May. Haven't watched before, but I've heard from my friend that it's excellent. Feminist film apart from Promising Young Woman. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Promising Young Woman was so awesome. I mean, I think that release came out in 2021. It is on point. So good. I love that Blu-ray. I am also interested in the film, seeing it so different from Ridley's other works I've seen. Yeah, 100%. See, I feel like this may be Criterion's best month for cover art so far this year in 2023. I love all three of the new editions covers. Cool. KB, May is a major upswing. I still anticipate July's releases. Yes. Yeah, and that's a good point there, KB, in the sense that, okay, this is the May releases. We're going to hear about June next month. It's all kind of leading up to, in 2 months, we're going to hear about the July releases, which that's a big deal because those are the releases coming out during the July Barnes & Noble and probably 50% of Amazon sale during that period. So going to be really exciting times. Yeah, this is a massive improvement over April. Yep. All right. So Kabalan here, really looking forward to Thelma and Louise. Never seen the film. I have not either, but I've heard good things about it. Super duper. Mama Blu-ray saying hello to KB. Tony said Portrait was good. Mama Blu-ray saying hello to Tony. Tony saying hello to Mama Blu-ray. There's a lot of love for Thelma and Louise, and I'm glad to hear that. Mama Blu-ray's here. All right with the world. Jumping in, James. Love this month's lineup. I do too, Thomas. I think a lot of people are excited about it, especially with the tentpole release of Thelma and Louise. Also, what do you think of the idea about a Kurosawa set and a 4K releases, considering BFI and the 4K releases coming out in Japan? I think a Kurosawa set would be amazing. I would love to see that on 4K. I do know that several of the Kurosawa titles have gotten 4K restorations, and so I think it's only a matter of time before we maybe see that. I would be thrilled to see. Can you imagine getting Seven Samurai, Rashomon, High and Low, getting those on 4K, Ikiru? I mean, I would be through the moon if that was announced. Okay, I'm getting off path here, but I would be very excited. Let's see here. Mama Blu-ray says hello to Dell. We got the Huckster. Hey, James, sounds like you're talking about Thelma and Louise. Love that as well. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of love for Thelma and Louise. I'm definitely picking it up when it comes out. Tony saying hello to the Huckster. That was a good Valentine's trivia the other night, by the way, Huck. Mama Blu-ray saying hello to Huck. Huck saying hello to Tony, Mama Blu-ray, and Dell. And Dell saying hello to Huckster. Yes, I also love Promising Young Woman. I thought Carrie should have won the Oscar for that. So many more layers of that performance. Yeah, I mean, her performance was a revelation in that movie. That movie just blew my mind. I love that movie. I feel like a Kurosawa set makes the most sense. Getting a Bergman style collector set just makes sense. Yeah, I agree. I would be all over a Kurosawa set for sure. Jordo saying hello to Huck. So yeah, so folks, it sounds like we're pretty excited about Criterion Collection's May 2023 titles. I mean, let's just do one more little perusal here of the Criterion site. Let's just hop over there real quickly once again, and let's take a look at what we have coming here in the month of May. So, of course, we're getting Wings of Desire on 4K Ultra HD from Them Vendors. Excellent film from what I've heard. I have not seen it yet. I'm going to hold off on it because I already have the Blu-ray. But for those of you who don't already have the Blu-ray, this is probably one to definitely look at picking up, along with Seijun Suzuki's Branded to Kill, also getting a 4K Ultra HD release. Again, as I said before, I don't believe either of these is currently listed with HDR, so there's no Dolby Vision. So that's something to keep in mind. I would like to see Dolby Vision on these 4K releases, but I'm not sure what choices are going into, what's driving those choices. But again, it looks like no Dolby Vision or HDR offered on either the Wings of Desire 4K or the Branded to Kill 4K so far, based on what we can see so far. Targets looks really interesting. The Peter Bogdanovich film, looking forward to that coming out May 16th. Petite, Maman's getting a lot of love in this stream. Looking forward to that film from Celine Sciamma, her follow-up to Portrait of a Lady on Fire. So gonna definitely look to do a double feature on that in July. And then the title that I think everyone's really excited about is this 4K of Thelma and Louise, Ridley Scott's entry into the Criterion Collection, this 1991 film starring Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis, Ridley Scott film featuring Brad Pitt in an early role for him. So this is one to be very, very excited about. So let me grab any last minute comments here. I want good releases of the rest of Kurosawa's non-samurai works. Yep. Awesome. Hey, Jordo's Video Village, saying hello to Jordo. Someone said Kurosawa is getting 4K releases in Japan. I need a link to that. Okay. All right, Wave. But anyway, thank you all for joining tonight. Again, I'm glad to hear that y'all are also excited about these upcoming releases. Let me know in the comments section, what are you looking to pick up for the rest of this month? Of course, I recently picked up Romeo and Juliet from Criterion. So in terms of what's coming up on this channel, look for a review of this title coming up on the channel later this week. This is an excellent Blu-ray release from Criterion, an excellent adaptation of the famous Shakespearean play, Romeo and Juliet. This is a film from 1968 from Franco Zeffirelli. So really good title. Next week, look for a review of the 4K release of Dazed and Confused. So look for a review of that on this channel next week. And then, of course, this weekend, look for a live stream. I'm going to be coming on live Saturday night to talk about one of my favorite TV shows going on right now, and that is The Last of Us on HBO Max. Going to give my mid-season pulse check, how I feel about this season so far and what I think of this show so far. So definitely be on the lookout for that on this channel. But thanks again for joining tonight. Hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday evening. Hope you have a great rest of the week as we head into the weekend, and we'll look to see you next time at the movies. Peace, everybody. God bless.